What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we got this Vendetta on the table. We're gonna take off the body to show you guys. Let me just throw this to the side. Anyways, we repaired this whole thing, and on this Vendetta, we got the shaft here. So we went from a slipper clutch to creating our own spool, which worked good, but it was always wobbly. Let me just show you guys. So you want to make everything 100% perfect, you might want to do what I'm about to do right now. So if you take a look at this, it is kind of wobbly. It's never going to be perfect, but we did 116 mile per hour. That's a 34. And this is a 27, I believe, or 29, 27, I think so. So I had this gear sitting around, which I can't get. I do got this on my channel. This is a Hot Racing 34 gear here, mod 1. And we got this spool here, okay? You could take those numbers down. It's all up to you. So we're going to go from slipper clutch to creating our own spool, which wasn't perfect. This guy went right here, just like a sandwich right there. And now we're down to this. Okay, so pretty much what we're going to do here is I did rip the bag apart on the spool here. So the spool comes with 3 little screws in there. So we don't need those because we already got the screws here, so we're gonna reuse these screws. So anyways, I did take this baby apart, so all I need is my gear here. I'm gonna leave all this alone, and we're gonna get our little drill bit there, and I'm gonna take this gear off, and we're gonna put it on to that spool. And there you go. The gear's got to come off. So this spool is no good to me, but I am going to save it because I use this on my Typhon to do like almost 120 mile per hour. Anyways, this is the gear you're going to need. This little guy. So what we're going to do now is this little guy goes only one direction. They got the oval holes there. It's going to sit in there. And this is going to sit in there perfect just like that. Now we need to take, what I want to do here is I want to put a little bit of red thread lock because I like to be safe than be sorry. So I'll put a little tap, one drop here. We can use it off that. So I'm going to go get the proper tool next. I need to get one of these. So it's going to have this little chrome thing. Make sure you use that. I like using that. A lot of people said they don't use it, but I like using it. So this guy is going to go in there just like that. And we're going to put one bolt in. Let's work on the second one. I do use these little washers, but if you don't want to use the washers, that's fine. It's all up to you how you want to use it. A little bit of thread lock there. And we got this guy in there. So this is the last one. And you are going to need this little piece right here. This connects the shaft. Okay, let me tighten these. Make sure you tighten these equally and fairly so the gear is nice and flush. If it's not flush, it might be wobbly, but make sure it's nice and tight. There you go. 1, 2. Just check them all. If you need to check it twice, thrice, it's all up to you. And there you go, that baby's in. So I'm going to take this apart just to show you guys what this is and how this is going to work. So once you got this whole gearbox packed together, this is going to go in here, and this is how you're going to connect your shaft here. Okay, this is how you're going to connect the shaft. So pretty much you're going from a slipper clutch to a clutch that I made to this little guy. Anyways, we're going to continue in a moment. Okay, now we need to take this little guy. So this is done. Give it a time to dry out, but you can put this baby back together. So I do need to get that bearing out of there. So let's see if I could turn this. I do want to save this little spool just the way it is, because this thing holds a record of 100 and some mile per hour, 16 mile per hour. But we need that bearing there. So the bearing's got to come out. Let's see if I can get that bearing out of there. Okay, let me get that bearing out of there, and then we'll continue. Sometimes things doesn't go away the way you want them to go. this thing just gotta come out straight. So what I want to do here is, instead of going crazy and banana there, I'm gonna just loosen up these little screws. I'm gonna have this gear off. I'm gonna have this gear come off, and if it comes out, it's coming out. It's coming out. There you go. And the bearing should. We should be able to get this bearing off. Sometimes, like we said, things doesn't work your way. So let me get this bearing off, guys, and we'll continue from there. Okay, I'm limited with space here. So I tapped the bearing a little bit more, so I do want to put this back together, and it doesn't have to be perfect because I do want to save this. Okay, every time I touch something, something else wants to roll. So this gear isn't going anywhere. It's always going to be staying here with this little guy. So we did drop one of the grub screw, or did I? Okay, it's stuck onto my little drill here. So I'm going to put this guy back in, and I'm going to leave it there, along with this little guy, and along with this little guy, and along with this little guy here. So all that can stay together. I'll put that to the side. Anyways, what we're gonna do is, okay, there's a short side and there's a long side. So this will be your confusion now. So your confusion is not really a confusion. So it doesn't need to go too much far into the housing on the car here. So this is where it goes, right here. This is where it goes on this little guy. And Jesus. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna put this slipper clutch as well away. So now our gear mesh, I believe, should be still good. Okay, the gear mesh here still should be good here, because remember, we meshed 34 to 34. Let's see how that feels. So okay, it is off, so I am gonna fix the mirror gash, the mesh of this gear over here. So what I need to do here is I need to go down below. I'm gonna have to pick up that tool. I'm gonna have to remove this gear right from down there. I'm gonna have to look at that grub screw, and maybe my drill here will fit through here. Okay, that's not the correct size, is it? Yep, that's not the correct size. I'm gonna have to get the bigger bit, which is sitting right here over here. There you go. Everything can just drop. That's fine. Just drop. Whatever I didn't drop should just drop too. Anyways, we're gonna take that grub screw out of there. So sometimes you can splice this hole right here. That will help you. But I just dropped the grub screw in there. Come on. Okay, let me lift this gear up. So our grub screw is right there. So what we need to do now is we need to figure out this mesh, okay, and then lock up the freaking gear. So this can stay without the grub screw. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna loosen up these two little guys so we can move the motor around a bit. And once we loosen these up, we should be able to. Okay, a little bit more. There you go. And a little bit more. Okay, and we should be able to move this motor around. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it across where it's supposed to be at, right there. And that might be too. Okay, it might be too little tight. So I'm gonna go back a bit. There you go. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Nice.
So what I want to do is I want to lock up this right here, so you can't let nothing move. So go slow. Go slow. I'm gonna tighten this up. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Okay, we're gonna try one more time. And there you go. Perfect. I like that. So I got a customer outside. I'm gonna check that out. But this baby is ready to go, even though it's gonna be this way. It's fine. There you go. It's gonna be a good mesh here. There you go. Perfect. Anyways, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm finishing up this job. So pretty much we did do the mesh on this guy. So what you want to do is I locked up the gear, but if you don't lock up the gear, what you need to do is you need to put this on before you close everything up. You can, if you didn't put the grub screw in the center, you can close this up, you can hold this gear and just check for your mesh. You hear that noise? That's pretty good right there. So I can live with that. There you go, perfect. Now all I need to do is lock up this baby. Hopefully you get a good number with this baby, but there you go. There you go. There you go. So remember that mesh. Gotta have that ding ding ding. Okay, so we're pretty much done here. This baby needs to go just like that. And then what we need to do here now is we're gonna move all this stuff out of the way. We're gonna take our Vendetta here. We're gonna move it over. We got this little guy, and hopefully the bolt is somewhere here. There you go, that's the bolt. So we are still working on this. This ESC is no good here. We're gonna put the XLX2 in this baby. No, Mama Monster 8S. So what we need to do now is this baby needs to go in there just like that. And make sure you get it nice and good. Make sure your wiring doesn't disturb you here from putting this baby in. And you should be able to push this baby straight in there perfectly and evenly. And if you need to move the wheels around so it can grab, there you go, bada bing, bada boom. And let's push these wires right through here. Okay, so all that is done, and what we still need to do is put our shaft in. So the shaft will go right from here. And this little piece right here, the magic piece here, you're gonna need this magical piece right here. So make sure your bearing is in the spot. Okay, we're gonna put this baby, the bearing has gotta go to its spot, and the phone rings one more time, and we're gonna come right back again. Okay, so we're gonna put this baby right in here. So it's not gonna be easy task, but what you need to do is you need to get this gate guy in there, and once you get one side in, you should be able to push the other side in. Make sure your bearing is in the spot where it belongs. Okay, we're gonna go up a little bit and push this bearing back, and there you go. Our shaft is completed, and the drive shaft is complete with the spool. Bada bing, bada boom, all good to go. Thank you for watching my video, guys, and stay tuned for more videos with this guy, and make sure you put this little guy back in where it belongs. So it's just a one screw right in the bottom. Let me just finish that out, and I'll show you which screw we're talking about. But first we need to line this guy, and if everything is even, everything is flush, we should be able to get this guy in there without any issues. There you go. It's gonna snap right in, and then in the bottom we got this little guy, and that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more videos. It's all done and set.